GM just revealed two new Corvettes, and one of them is a 700 horsepower hybrid all-wheel drive monster. So we got to talk about this. Let's go. All right, guys, so General Motors just today revealed two new Corvette models. We have the C8 Grand Sport and the C8 Grand Sport X. All right, let's talk about this. Here it is, front page of the website, brand new 2027 Corvette Grand Sport lineup. Let's just talk about where in the lineup this thing sits. You're probably saying to yourself, another Corvette model? Like, they have dropped so many models of the C8, it's crazy. I know, but this one was important for reasons we'll get into later. Okay, so first we have the Stingray here. 70 grand, pretty affordable, by the way. These are super marked down right now at dealerships, but pretty much everybody has one, and you've probably seen them all over the place. This comes with the LT2, so it's a 6.2-liter V8 with 495 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque, somewhere around there. Then we get to the E-Ray, which in my opinion, super underrated, by the way. An all-wheel drive hybrid Corvette with like 670 horsepower. It's pretty sick. The same LT2 as a Stingray, but it has 160 extra horsepower with an electric motor that sits over the front axle, which makes it all-wheel drive. Kind of competing with like those new Ferraris, those hybrid Ferraris and stuff that are coming out. This was the first hybrid Corvette that's ever come out, and it was also the first all-wheel drive Corvette to ever come out. So I thought this was pretty sweet, but you don't see too many of those on the road. Then we get to the Z06. They always come out with a Z06 and everybody loves them, but this one's a little bit different. So they put the LT6 in this thing, which is a 5.5-liter V8, still naturally aspirated, but it's got a flat plane crank. So instead of being like this, it's now like this. And it revs to 8,600 RPMs. The thing is absolutely savage. I will never forget when they dropped the teaser trailer for this thing and just hearing it, everybody was like, this thing sounds exactly like a Ferrari. And it's true, because so many Ferraris are flat plane cranks. This thing did not disappoint. Definitely a little bit different when it comes to Corvettes, like, you know, C7s and everything newer than that. Everything's like V8 muscle car, kind of like a little bit more European in a way. But hey, because of what they did with this car, they're competing with Ferrari, they're competing with Lamborghini. 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. A second slower than the E-Ray, but it definitely doesn't sound as cool as the Z06. Also, this is the release order of how these things came out. First, they dropped the Stingray, then they dropped the E-Ray, then they dropped the Z06. Then just recently, they dropped the ZR1. I just feel like compared to last generation C7 Z06, that had 650. It wasn't much of a jump to me personally, but it's a new engine platform they're working with. So they switched things up a little bit. And maybe they did that because they wanted to make the ZR1 absolutely baller. And that's exactly what they did. Starting at $185,000, you're not going to find one at that price. Dealers are marking these things up ridiculous. When they dropped the ZR1, the car industry was in shambles. This thing took down everything. It was smoking Ferraris. It was smoking Lambos. Nobody is even in the vicinity of this car, and we haven't even gotten to the top dog yet. This has a LT7, and they're dubbing it that because it's a twin-turbo V8. So it's got the same 5.5-liter flat plane crank as the Z06, but it's a twin-turbo. And this thing has 1,000, you're hearing me correctly, I'm getting hyped up just talking about this thing. 1,064 horsepower. It's rear-wheel drive, and it does 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds with a warranty from General Motors. This thing's a Corvette. You would expect 1,000 horsepower from a Koenigsegg or a Bugatti or something like that. This is a Corvette we're talking about. So then we get to the ZR1X, starting $210,000. You're never going to find that again at dealers. No one even really has these things yet. Everybody thought this thing was going to be called the Zora. They ended up just calling it the ZR1X. And again, when they dropped the ZR1 and the ZR1X videos, the car industry was in shambles again. They just keep doing it. Stingray was cool. The E-Ray was cool. The Z06 was pretty cool, and it was pretty quick. But when they got to the ZR1 and the ZR1X, this had the car industry in shambles because no one knew what to do. All the car companies are panicking. Nothing is faster than these cars right now. The ZR1 and the ZR1X are unbeatable. They're being proven in every aspect. No one can do anything. Like a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, they're not alone anymore, and they're not winning anymore. Those are, you know, $500,000 to $1 million cars. And this thing is $185,000 MSRP, and it's smoking them. Top dog, the ZR1X. This car is on top of the car industry, and it basically took every good thing of every model so far and stuck it into one model. A 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8 twin turbo hybrid with an electric motor, and it's all-wheel drive. So it basically took the all-wheel drive of the E-Ray, it took the 5.5 liter flat plane crank of the Z06 and the ZR1, it took the twin turbos from the ZR1, and it has 1,250 horsepower with a 0 to 60 of 1.9 seconds. This thing is on the verge of breaking theoretical 0 to 60 limits. I mean, 1.9 seconds. We're getting to the point where it's not really going to be possible anymore with current tire technology and just road slippage in general, unless it's going to be on some sort of like prep surface. That is the current lineup. So you got to be saying to yourself, where is this Grand Sport gonna sit in this lineup? So let's talk about it. All right, so here we are on Chevy's website, and we're talking about the brand new Grand Sport and Grand Sport X. So they finally unveiled a brand new engine. Brand new. This is a brand new 6.7 liter V8. What in the world? Chevy is dropping bombs. They got the 6.2 liter they've had for a little while. They came out with the 5.5 flat plane crank. Now they're coming out with a 6.7 liter V8. It's a brand new engine. We have 3 different engines in the whole C8 Corvette model lineup. I mean, this is wild. So they're calling this the LS6. This is a brand new engine. So this LS6 is going to be in the Grand Sport and Grand Sport X with 535 horsepower and 520 pound-feet of torque. Also, like it says here, this is going to be available in the 2027 Stingray, which is the base model. So it seems like they're getting rid of the 6.2 liter V8 in all these Corvettes, and they're replacing all of them with the 6.7, which is badass. I mean, this thing's got to be able to hold 1,000 horsepower easy. There's no way it can't. Look at this graphic they got going on. This thing is sick. So the Grand Sport X is going to be all-wheel drive. So this thing is going to have a 721 horsepower in a hybrid 6.7 liter V8. So I don't really know what happened with this model hierarchy here, but in the past, it always went Stingray, Grand Sport, Z06, ZR1. That was it. This model generation gets a little confusing at this point because now it goes Stingray, and then Grand Sport, and then E-Ray, and then Z06, and then Grand Sport X, and then ZR1, and then ZR1X. So this whole thing now is all out of whack. So in my mind, I don't fully understand why they didn't make this the Z06. Z06 is always supposed to be, you know, way better than the Grand Sport. All right, so let's look at some news articles going on today. 2027 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport X replaces the hybrid all-wheel drive E-Ray. Okay, so they're getting rid of the E-Ray totally in general. That could make that a sought-after car, by the way. So that helps us be a little bit less confused with this new lineup. So the Grand Sport X is a hybrid all-wheel drive Corvette with 721 horsepower. This thing is an absolute savage. So the Corvette team has been driving with the hammer down for years. Damn straight. And they're not letting up. Like this says, the Grand Sport X is not trying to compete in any way with the ZR1. But in my opinion, it's so much better than the Z06. The Grand Sport will be the driver's cars that split the difference between the base model Stingray and the Z06. So Motor Trend is predicting 0 to 60 times in the low 2-second range. This new 6.7 liter V8 is the only 6th generation small block ever. So quote from Chevy Worker, I love this. There's no replacement for displacement. We're back. That is what I'm talking about. Finally, a 6.7 liter V8. Who else is out here doing this anymore? They're going in the opposite direction. Everybody's taking all of their big name like V8, 6.2, 5.7, all this stuff, and they're dumbing them down. They're putting them into V6s. They're turning the V6 into V4s. Like emissions laws and all these things are making everyone's engines way, way smaller. And here's Chevy. They're like, we're going big or going home. It says here that they're going to offer 2 exhaust setups with the LS6. So the standard plumbing splits 4 tips between the left and right sides of the Corvette. So it'll look like this, 2 and 2, like how it looks on the Stingray. Or you can get the optional system which bundles all 4 in the center. What General Motors is saying is the LS6 will have 2 different exhaust options. So the first option, it's going to come stock with this Stingray one, which is the quad tips in the corners of the bumper. Or if you want to get this option, you can get the quad tips in the middle of the bumper, which is sick. So I think it's cool how they didn't restrict you to just one option. I don't think anybody's going to want the corner quad exhaust tip option. So the Grand Sport and Grand Sport X will be offered with both Targa top coupes and folding hardtop convertibles. It's going to have 3 different chassis setups. It says it's going to have the standard Touring, which is soft and paired with Michelin Pilot Sport all seasons. Then the Sport package with stiffer suspension in Pilot Sport 4S's, which people swear by those. And the Z06's brakes. And then the Track Performance package follows the same vein as Z06, Z07 upgrade with Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires, carbon ceramic brakes, carbon fiber wing and dive planes, a unique chassis tune, and center exit exhaust. The standard forged wheels come in 4 different finishes, and carbon fiber wheels are optional on cars that have carbon ceramics. So if you end up getting one of these Grand Sports with carbon ceramic brakes, you can get the carbon fiber wheel option on it too, which is pretty sick. Grand Sport X gets a carbon ceramic standard. What we're seeing here is the Grand Sport is kind of how we all knew it was from the C7. It was the driver's car. It was the touring, kind of a little bit more relaxed. It was the good balance between, you know, the Stingray, which was a little bit boring, and the Z06, which was like powerhouse, like you want the fastest car out there. It was in between those, and that's still where it's sitting. But the Grand Sport X is not sitting there. The Grand Sport X has got to be better than the Z06. So it seems to me like the Z06 and the Grand Sport X are like almost direct competitors with each other, and people don't know at this point what they're going to buy. But I feel like now everybody's going to want the Grand Sport X because it's supposed to be a little bit faster, and it has a bigger engine, like way bigger engine in it. Like the Z06 has a 5.5, and the new, we'll call it the GSX. The new GSX has a 6.7. Like not even a 6.2, a 6.7. So let's pull up just a forum here and see what people are kind of saying in it. Look, this guy says, I was looking to get a Z06, but the GSX coming soon. Now this is a tough choice. I'm in the same boat. The X will cost less, which is true. It said it's going to be around 110,000 when the Z06 is like 120 or something. But I've seen Z06s on the lot for like 115 at this point. To be honest, the feeling and sound of a flat plane 8600 RPM redline versus standard 6500 RPM blasting around town while manually shifting is so different. You need to drive both to see what calls to you. The fun is over way too fast in the standard V8. The E-Ray, while slightly less powerful, should be a good comparison of handling dynamics if that's important. So if you want that 8600 RPM redline and you want that kind of European feel and you want that distinct sound, so there's a great example. I mean, the Z06 sounds insane. It sounds really good. On road courses like the VIR and Road America, there's no way the GSX will be faster than the Z06. The small horsepower advantage will not overcome the 400 additional pounds. So the GSX is 400 pounds heavier. You will not be getting the flat plane crank race motor with its glorious 8600 RPM redline. See, I like this. This is honestly a great comparison from Shep29. He's comparing this to Porsche, saying the GSX is kind of like a Turbo S, and the Z06 is kind of like the GT3 RS, which makes perfect sense. The Z06 track car and might be less comfortable of a daily than the GSX is because it's heavy, it's comfortable, fast and sporty and good for a daily driver. But Z06 is lighter, has the exotic engine, track optimized. Very interesting. So by the sounds of it, people are trying to defend the Z06 and the noise and the 8,600 RPM redline as much as they possibly can. I don't know if they're just trying to hold the value of their Z06 or not. It is definitely a bit of a battle. Kind of two ways to look at this. One way you can look at it is like GM contradicting themselves a little bit because they're making two models so extremely close and similar to each other in terms of like power and numbers that which one are people going to pick? And the other aspect, they're kind of giving people an option like, do you want the old school feel of the big 6.7 liter V8, like the old muscle car feel? Or do you want like the newer European feel, super high revving 5.5 liter flat plane crank in the Z06? It seems like there's really an option now for everybody. So another question is like, how is the Stingray, because they're saying in 2027, the Stingray is going to come standard with the 6.7 liter V8. So they're axing this 2 liter V8 completely. It's gone. They're getting rid of it. So we had all this confusion before. So we went in depth a little bit with the new Grand Sport. Yeah, we have two new Corvette models to the lineup. The Grand Sport and the Grand Sport X. Couple are getting axed off. The E-Ray is getting axed off. And the 6.2 liter V8 in the Stingray is getting axed off too. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know, would you pick Grand Sport X or would you pick the Z06? Are you glad that Chevy's axing off the 6.2 and they're bringing in a 6.7? Brand new, huge motor. Let me know which model out of all the models you guys would pick, because now there's some serious competition between all of them. Don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. So I will see you guys very soon. I'm probably going to drop some more Corvette content because there's so much more to talk about here. This was just a little bit of a brief overview. I will see you guys in the next one.